Hello, beautiful people. It has been a full day of heart-opening connections, of creating opportunities and breakthroughs, breaking down barriers, and enhancing unity, which basically makes me feel like I've got the best job in the world. If you don't know me, I'm Casey Knight. My frequency name is Aurora Light, and I am a soul ascension guide as well as a conscious creation coach and the founder of the Radiant Evolution Academy for Conscious Creation. I like to do so many different things, but really when I get down to it, I love supporting people in connecting into who they really are, right? Being able to dissolve some of the boundaries that we have that are artificially inside of us, these walls of separation, separating our different aspects from different parts of ourselves and separating us from the rest of the world and from other people, from our intuition, from our higher self, all of that. So I have spent the day sharing beautiful, dissolving energies with people, which has been so much fun. It began in the playground today with a really amazing heart-opening cacao ceremony. It was so magical. The cacao ceremony inside the playground, which is my monthly membership I co-create with Nina Infinity and Radiant Soul Nicole, was all about sacred love, self-love, divine love. And I wasn't sure what activation was going to come through for the intention. And then I was able to channel through this really profound message of the intention for that ceremony and our heart-opening cacao was to dissolve the layers of separation that we have between the throat and the heart, so that we could have our heart and our throat begin to have this energy flow back and forth between each other, so that we could speak our heart's truth, right? So that we could feel more comfortable even admitting our heart's desires to ourselves, because sometimes they feel too big and they feel like it would be too scary. So it would like flip our world upside down to really listen to our heart. Let me know if you've ever felt that way. Like you can kind of hear the whispers of something that's your heart's desire that's coming directly from your soul, but you ignore it very strongly because it feels like it would be too big, too scary, too much. I mean, I've had that before several times in my life. I've had it when it was placed on my heart from my highest self or for creation with things that were going to happen in my life, that I was going to do, that I was going to create in my business. Where I was like, eek, no, that's too much. So I was like, shh. And then, you create this, just be silent, heart. Like, I can't listen to you right now. It would be too much. But also what can happen is it just comes through out of the trauma that we've had, right? We put up shields around different facets of ourselves. We stop speaking our truth to the world, we stop listening to our truth, and we have a harder time hearing it. We have a harder time really connecting into what even it is that we do want, right? A lot of times when I ask people, what is it you really want? Like, what are you trying to create? What do you want to manifest? And they'll go, I don't know. I don't know what I want, right? If that's you and you're not sure what it is that you want, what your heart desires, what your soul is whispering to you or screaming at you, if you don't know, it's probably because there's a big layer of separation between your heart and your throat and your crown and all of those areas. So in this cacao ceremony, we set the intention for that to dissolve. And I just saw it as sands, like of a sand castle, just kind of like sliding down. It wasn't going to be a crack open. It was just this melting away. So we were able to do that. We were able to do that in ceremony, and it was so beautiful. We set these beautiful intentions with the cacao that we drank, and cacao is a beautiful heart-opening plant medicine. Like literally, the the plant that chocolate comes from, right? It's full of beautiful energies as well as like physical compounds that actually, I just learned today, are vascular dilators. It actually like opens up your vascular system, and you've got up to 70% more blood flow when you ingest cacao. So like, this is energetic, but it's also physical. There is more blood flowing through you. And of course, we know that brings more oxygenation to different parts of your body, and hence more connection. How cool is that? So different parts of your body are communicating better with each other. They're flowing. There's less of that separation energy. But on the energetic, we set the intention to dissolve that separation between the heart and the rest of us. And we did some light language activations. We did some beautiful movement, and I had people take a snapshot before and after. And it was really beautiful to witness all of these people who felt like they had done some of that work. They had done some of that work on the energetics, and they were now able to feel the flow of energy. And that was a beautiful little like microcosm, a little small example of the work that I love to do in absolutely everything else. My one-on-one work with clients, when I'm facilitating with groups, when I'm teaching facilitators and coaches how to create beautiful, epic, transformational experiences. What I love to do is to help us move out of the energy of separation and feeling like everything is, in its own little boxes, or like we have our defenses up, our shields up, so that we can raise our vibrational frequency to that space where we can see and feel that it actually is connected. And it's from that place that we can tap into the infinite abundance consciousness, the flow energy, the connections and collaborations, the unity that is available to us when we drop our shields. I didn't realize this morning that I was going to get to do that in the cacao ceremony. I did know I had been doing that work in my free Elemental Prosperity Masterclass all weekend. It's amazing. The more I do this energetic work, the more I see how all of the threads weave together to create this beautiful tapestry, this alchemy of all of the different ways that you can get to the same end result, right? Which is that connection, that feeling of empowerment, because you're feeling who you really are and how connected you are to everything else. What would this world be like if we all felt that connection? If we all felt that connection to each other, if we all felt that connection to the world, to the earth herself, to the animals and the plants and the other beings in it. What would the world feel like if we all were able to listen to our heart and actually had conversations with our heart? If we were able to receive the heart's wisdom and share it with the world. And I mean, if we're getting really wild and crazy with our vivid imagination, imagine a world where everyone actually listened to their heart and then took the aligned actions that their heart was asking them to take. It would be so amazing. And that is the world that I want to live in. So I am teaching these tools as much as freaking possible. I am sharing them in as many places and spaces as I can. So this is what I was sharing in the Elemental Prosperity Masterclass. I've been speaking all day. So you can hop in there if you would like to listen to some of the really beautiful activations we did with the elements, or just keep connecting with me here. This is day like 36, 37 of these 365 lives. I'm sure I'll be dropping more codes about that dissolving of the separation so that we can feel the connections to our intuition, to our heart, align body, soul, and mind, and connecting with the earth and with everything else as well. So this is the journey I believe we are on, and I feel like I know that my role is to support as many people as I can in feeling that connection, right? Instead of feeling so separate from everything. That feeling of separation just is so lonely. And we don't have to be alone anymore, which is the most beautiful part. T, I'm so grateful for you too. We don't have to do all of this alone. That was the one other thing that came through so strongly. Not the one other thing, there were so many in the Elemental Prosperity Masterclass of the last few days. We are so supported. We are so supported. There is so much energy that is literally there to support us, but we can't tap into it if we're still playing in the energy of having our defenses up, our shields up, and not feeling safe enough to tap into the connection that is available to us, that's all around us. So that's, again, part of the journey, right? To feel safe enough to be able to reach out those energetic tendrils and go like, oh, there's a whole another world out there for us to connect with. So we'll walk this journey together. Beautiful souls, have a beautiful night, sweet dreams, or have a good day, depending on when you're watching this. Sending you so much love from my heart to yours.